could be interesting. But yeah, I would say, let's say 15 minutes into the game, this Timber is almost unkillable.
Okay.
Especially with Global backing him up. But again, how do you use this 15-minute time to win the game? Because I don't think your hero is going to stay ahead and carry this game like 15 minutes later or 30 minutes later against these heroes. Kind of want to get the job done while you can. And the only pushing hero they have is Beastmaster. Maybe we'll see him next game to...
I was asking that item with BSJ in the last, like, during our break time. We're like, why isn't Necro picked up anymore? Like, no one builds Necromicon in any scenario, it seems. It's like, well, it's just too much money. It's never really the right item.
There are some heroes that still buy it. Lycans generally get it still. I think we just haven't seen Lycan at this tournament.
Yeah.
Beastmaster, I still think can buy it in the right game. But yeah, it's not as popular as it used to be, absolutely. Sometimes items are also a little bit semi-forgotten and just don't get picked up as they should. And like,
it's going to start the trend, right? Like someone's going to play it and then you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense now.
All right, that item exists. And that's kind of the way for every item in Dota except Holy Locket, which is just trash. So there you go. If you see somebody buy Holy Locket, it's not catching on in TI.
I've still seen more people buy Holy Locket than I've seen Necromicon over the last, I'd say, like 3, 4, 5 months.
And that is very sad.
This is when you're going to like just see a new patch, but we'll have to wait till after TI before maybe Necro becomes a thing.
Holy Lock is one of those items. You look at all the stats, you're like, this is nice, this is nice. The problem with it is like a jack of all trades item that's like not really good at anything. It's like nice and nice and nice, but then you look at the cost and what you could get instead, you're like, It really is That's like the best way of describing that item.
That's a great definition, Sind.
It really is. Oh, he has to destroy
illusion, deny it. Got it. Got it.
That feels good if you're Naga. Yep, there we go. Give him the tip.
just the tip.
Very nice from him. So 2-for-1 rune for Keen Gaming.
Yeah.
A little bit less gold in the early game than we usually have. It's pretty rare that runes get denied level 1, but it does happen occasionally. And this is one of the cases. So let's look at the lanes. The Timber will be facing Tiny, which is a pretty even lane to begin with, but eventually Timber becomes a problem. It still is probably the best hero they could put in the mid lane, so I think that choice is fine. This time they're going to start off dual lane with the Abaddon, who can easily save against the Silencer.
He just beat the crap out.
Level 1, you almost always see the Fate Bolt, but they wanted to lift him into the Curse. Some extra damage out. The downside to that is, well, when Lift is on cooldown, Rubik is really bad. And Fate Bolt has a long duration compared to the Lift, so there's way more downtime on the hero.
Always feels like, too, like Fate Bolt's never really is useful until you're going to go tell he to grab again, Ninja Boogie. Old 11, he's making the use of the Orb of Venom, but with Ember Spirit putting on the Flame Guard, then Nico has to be thrown away.
Yeah, that's the other thing about not having Fate Bolt. They can't break the Flame Guard. None of them have a spell to do it right now. No Aphotic, no Mist Coil, no Fade. Nico can kind of do whatever he wants, honestly, when the Flame Guard is up. It's too much damage. And now they get level 2 first as well. Does skill this side though, no chains, and we might not even see him skill chains until like level 10 this game. It's not good in his lane. They just get removed by Abaddon. So let's see how it goes.
Oh, this is a tense time to not miss first blood. Like they're just underneath the towers while Old 11's up in the face of Nico continuously. He just burned the South before too, so he's really running out of health fast.
It's just, there's more regen the way of the Dire right now. They have 5 tangos
they're going
against
up
the one.
Jabugi again, pick up from Kaka, throw him back, able to get the double stun. But then again, the damage is way too much. Ninja Boogie will find the kill, and they'll actually find a second one back to back into Kaka. And that's the fight that Mineski really needed to have in that top lane. Yes, in? Yeah.
Maybe they were expecting him to have chains. He just got killed by a sleight of fist that was pretty obvious. He wanted to maybe suicide with the Mist Coil and try to get a kill out of it, but that trade was just flat out not favorable at all. And intelligence being stolen from both heroes is actually a really big deal in this early stage.
Dark may be able to get pitted, and he's got him. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Uphill and round the trees. Or it goes the wrong way, but the illusions get their attack out with the primary. So Dark will fall and Keen get themselves on the board. off the mark.
Yeah, it's good that this lane is going well for them because the mid lane is definitely going to start getting hard soon, and the top lane did not go as intended. I think fair to say this first exchange. So we'll see how it transitions now. They will try again onto Ninja Boogie top.
Yeah.
Has the Aphotic Shield this time to remove the curse, and that's an easy kill. So bit of a comeback, but could be a trade-off. No.
Yeah, that shield pop just, that's enough to do the damage from range.
I think he might have to suicide on a Baton after this creep wave. Just spam a couple of coils, or he needs to use the courier. Maybe he'll send out a little bit of stuff in a flask. Let's see what he chooses to do. Gets the Bassi. He's going to bunch on another Tango, but when you're in half HP range in this lane, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, he's trying to wait for it. Shields are up, as much damage as he possibly can. Look towards Ninja Boogie, and wait for it, and enough. Oh no! Mistimed it. He waited too long, and Nika just slider fisted him down.
He actually used it too early.
He did.
I think he did cast it, right?
I think
it's hard. It's actually hard to suicide in this lane. There's,
hey, Mr. Replay, can we put a record on?
It's hard because Sleight of Fist is so fast and deals about the same damage as your Mist Coil deals to you. So they're gonna go again top, but we'll back off. Good damage again from 11. You can say whatever you want about this guy, but he plays aggressive Dota. Like, he plays super aggressive in lanes. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it looks not so great.
Just while everyone's going to get a little bit more passive in the lanes, I think we can have a quick look at that top fight. So alt 11 miss coils and then get slided.
And I don't know if that was actually realistically possible to suicide there, because the Ember just has a slight advantage. Let's point out, much better early from Mineski this game. This time it's stable. They are doing well in their lanes. All their cores are getting stuff. They will be getting bounty runes. They have counterpicked opponents' cores this time. Overall, much better time.
Just running in 2 seconds of that bounty rune's going to spawn with a pickup and throw back there. She gets herself double stun, but Old 11 is losing so much life so quickly. He's actually got a miss call, but it takes too long to turn around.
Sansa becoming big brain. 8 ints, minute 5. You know, most heroes have to pay about 1,000 gold for this. He got free. What a bargain!
That's one of those things I like to see come up with the scrub, is to add in the negative effect,
so that you can just feel bad the whole game.
So you can actually know who's feeling bad about this whole game. Like Ruby's got 423 mana pool.
So then your teammates can ping you and be like, "You dumb, dumb, you died too much to Silencer."
Oh, Mongo no lie.
And now we're starting to see the mid lane go as expected now, right? So Moon is level 6 before Tiny. He's going to use the siege creep to start pressuring the tower. Most likely, every time Whirling Death is off cooldown, he's going to drop it onto Yi. Harass.
Kaguya's hit so hard. Yi's having his own little battle. And Ninja Boogie hitting strong.
And this was a really big hero in the finals of the SEA qualifier, by the way, in the series that Mineski won to get here against, what was the name of the team that Gunnar was playing for?
It was the stack, right?
Yeah, what were they?
Stack?
Oh, I can't remember what they were called. They had a kind of weird name.
Yeah, a special name.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, the stack he had with March. Yeah. Timbersaw became a pretty big hero in that finals. I think he got picked 2 or 3 games and had good success.
Oh. No follow-up. Rubik was a little bit too far away. They're down on bottom lane. We're all chicken. KP's trying to get up in his face with Ragey Potato.
We haven't talked much about bottom because there's been so much going on at top especially, but the farm bottom has been good.
You'll get it now. Dark starting up for the imprisonment, and KP just moves himself forward. He still have to be a little bit careful while up on top. Old 11. Precaution to the wind. Get aggressive and can finally get a kill onto the silencer.
Look at how even the cores are in gold. It's like super satisfying looking at this. It's
actually
very
having a close game.
Yep, it's very close, minute 7. There's only one like slight outlier in Moon mid by just 200 gold.
Because he's getting him a little bit further ahead just because they backed up Shrine.
Oh, we didn't talk about this either with the Rubik. Chakram is actually an exceptionally good steal as well. So Kaka will be able to have some high-impact plays in this game. That is another tool that can help kill the Timber. He's obviously ignoring all of his armor, and even if he buys magic resistance.
Great wrap around into the Avalanche and Toss combination. Ragey Potato, who's only got the Nova. So no Frostbite, can't create any space, and KP just easily rotated on.
Yep. And they now have a big lead bottom. Naga Siren is level 7 to the 5 of Beast. Crystal Maiden being level 4 against the 3 of Shadow Demon. So it's actually kind of more even than it looks, just because the Maiden has taken a lot of experience away from the Beastmaster. But in terms of game impact right now, I think you're very happy with the Naga having a great time, even if it costs Shadow Demon a little bit.
Maybe time for Moon to get a little bit up in the face of Odd 11. Picked himself up a haste through. Definitely does not want to allow Odd 11 to feel comfortable underneath this tier 1 tower. He's been soaking up creep wave after creep wave. So you disrupt him up. TP is coming in. Meanwhile, Rage Potato's going to go down to Yi. Taka just trying to stop this push on mid, but that's still a haste to Timbersaw.
He's immortal right now.
Yeah. But CM actually died next to the shrine.
I think if they
Here's your
five-man-
rotation to get another ensnare. It's a rinse and repeat. Literally, this is exactly what happened a minute ago to KP. A little bit too far down the lane.
Was there a rune involved in this kill, or did he not have
No.
a Hawk out in the river?
No.
The Hawk is off to the left. How did Tiny get in? Oh, he came from above.
He ran through the river.
Yeah, the Hawk is not placed completely perfectly here.
So he could actually slip through that small narrow pass.
Did he come over here, or did he go
He came through the river, I think.
straight up? Okay, so then this Hawk placement is not that good. KP, he could have prevented that death himself. Slightly better Hawk placement. So mid tower goes as expected. Timbersaw is ramping up, and I think the best play for the Radiant right now is to not go for Timber. Don't try to kill him. The amount of resources you're going to need for this is not worth what you're going to get. The kill can fail, and I think, honestly, even if they 5-man gank him, I think he's going to survive. Like, that's where we're at right now. He's going to have enough Magic Wand charges. He has a Bracer for a bit of magic resistance, 1400 health, 35 armor. This guy's not dying right now, and that's okay. The way you play it is keen is you pretend he doesn't exist, more or less. You push out the wave and just let him do whatever he wants, and then you play the rest of the map. And if Timber doesn't join your team for these moves, you're in a good spot to get some kills and maybe a tower. And if he does join them, well, then you at least got him away from the damn lane. So he's going to go bottom, however, make his own play with the Beastmaster. KP, they're not going to defend this tower. It's not feasible at all.
This is just a hold back. Maybe you get a bit of a trade-off up on top, because that's where Tiny's moving in so fast with phase boost. They're chasing down Nico. He doesn't have a defensive spirit. Yep, no, well, he's got 4 stick charges, but that avalanche is well off target. Nico just turned east, and now it's actually Kaka, who's in trouble to pick up and throw back down again. Creates a little bit of extra space. Timber chain forward, Moon doesn't get the damage from it, but he's got another whirl of death ready to go. And Ember Spirit just finished the job with a sleight of fist.
Nico with the next level dodge, running in the straight line the AI would take you to the base. They got caught off guard by it. They were not expecting him to move like that.
The next little play. Ninja Boogie in a little bit of trouble, purged up. He's got foible, but there's no way he wants to burn up for this. Ensnare is up, he's trapped, and the troop toss flies forward, helping Dark to get the kill onto this silencer.
This ensnare skill point has actually been very useful this game. There's some games on Naga where you skill ensnare, you just regret it because there's no fights, and you're like, I could have farmed faster with another point in Riptide, but they've been using it very well to kill Beastmaster twice, and now they've used it to kill it here in mid, so I think he feels very good about his choice to get that skill point up.
Moon's going again. Eventually they have to do something about this. Nice fortification, keeping the creep wave alive, allowing Moon to continue his pressure. That's why Radiant fortify back as well. While on bottom lane, KP lets the Raw go. He's still ensnared up. Old Chicken wants to keep the chase going, and Raw stolen by the Rubik. Get a little extra information up the hill. Poison flies forward. He doesn't want to use it onto KP. Let Kaka find the kill and then TP the Rubik towards the top. He's got TP available, and they may be able to take a fight. Ninja Boogie and Nico. Fresh ward down, rotating around the back, but the Observe ward sees him. But on 11, he's got almost no life to work with. The Timber chain forward, a quick little spirit. He triggers the stick charges, tries to get back towards the tower. Now the borrowed time will end up popping out. Where's the extra support to come? It's coming in from the side. Ragey Potato, is he going to be the easiest target to go for? The avalanche, actually, man, that hit the Raw. Okay, that was a little over the top. Trying to get a little bit of spill damage into Ragey Potato. Nico's already got the double kill, but Kaka gets 2 of his own.
Oh, I don't think he should have stolen that.
Should have held the Raw?
Yeah, I think he could have got another Raw out of that. It's not that long of a cooldown.
Kaka. Oh god, Kaka. He's got to juke around the tree line. Dark actually goes for what was not a defensive imprisonment.
Just kill the Timber, guys. Just kill him.
Yeah, good luck on that. Back underneath the shrine. Dark's just trying to buy a little extra time. Catcher, Purge, whoever you've got, Old 11, trying to slow down Nico. Not a lot of man to work with, but he's got 9 1 charges available, so he'll feel okay with that one. Yep, trigger the fresh jump charge as well. KP rolls off cooldown in 10 seconds time. And with the ball slows, they're not going to follow through with anything. In fact, Moon's already moving towards mid.
So while all of this was happening, Naga was still farming, and that's going to be the name of the game for a while. Naga will not really want to get involved in too much. She will farm for the majority of the fights, and if she needs to join with a song to maybe save a serious bad engagement or whatever, she could do it. Mostly just keeping the...
Oh, Kaka. He knows this is coming. Like Ember ran underneath the Observer and Sentry. Now I'm going to see if he can play a Raid Boss battle. He's at half-life. Here comes your Balance out. Jump to the Spirit. Raid is out his own fight if he wants to, but it won't happen.
That's pretty much the only spell combo that will kill the Timber, is if they Soul Catcher level 4, tiny combo, and get a little bit of extra health, but that's under the condition that Global doesn't get used. Honestly, I think he might still not die. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's 1850 health in a Vanguard, and the magic one.
Kaka's backing up again. The Observer and Sentries just saving lives. Potentially also deward the Obs if King Gaming can ever move back out through the mid lane. But he's trying to just level 4 Fade Bolt down. Temper Chain stolen from Kaka, so just get away.
Decent steal. It's okay. It's a mobility spell for Rubik. Those are always nice to have.
Look at the KP and the trees.
Are they going to dive this?
There's support coming in.
Okay.
Stance is there. So, yep, they're going after KP. Roar is out. There's 4 heroes arriving from Mineski with the Fighter Fist and Searing Chains. Odd 11 will have the borrowed time trigger, but they got the kill on KP to begin with. And maybe with a curse, because there's no global silence. All 3 heroes from King Gaming feel comfortable enough just to TP away. Is Timber actually going to complete that? No, he won't.
He got lifted. When I was like, I don't know about this dive, guys. I thought Timber was going to TP, but he was pushing bottom and didn't want to give up on that pressure. But with the rest of the team TPing up there to help, the pressure effectively ended bottom. It's one of those things that happens in a lot of games, even at the highest level, is that players will try to help their teammates. And sometimes it's better to cut your losses and keep your own aggressive play going, because what ended up happening is that this kill from Keen had 2 impacts, right?
He may really regret not hitting that temperature. Oh, the telekinesis! Dark tossed forward. Now he'll get the disruption. Now chaining out again is going to be difficult because Kaga's going to be there to grab. In fact, instant there on the stun. Moon can't get himself away from this, and now they will bring down the Raid Boss permanently. So maybe not the 1 charges. It's so much damage. He can chain himself a little bit further underneath the tower. 5 stacks of the Shadow Poison up and running. Moon continues to chain. Another 1 charge up, and now finally they bring him down, but support around the back lines. Ragey Potato solos up Kaka.
I'm wrong, he could die. Okay, they got him. They got him, Toby, they got him. But that, honestly, that's kind of worth it. They only lost the Rubik for it, and Naga was still farming, so that's not a bad move overall. It's just funny to see how difficult this kill is, and all he has is a Vanguard and a wand.
They're coming after Old Chicken in mid, but it ain't gonna happen. In fact, I think Old Chicken may be a little bit sad that Sentry Ward of the Radiance timed out now. They haven't... This may be a full duration Observer Ward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is a big push bottom. See what they're going to do. Okay. Immediately forces out the bar. Yo, is he actually dead?
Oh, Ragey Potato's going to be dead. He's going to walk up this hill, gets hit by Avalanche and Toss. And Old 11 keeps the run going, and with Old 11 has an extra life. Tipper chain forward. Okay, he doesn't miss that one. 530 gold for the kill on Old 11.
Some good jump range.
He's just so tanky as well.
For that.
Yeah.
Now, Old 11's farm is decent, but he's still... Okay. I didn't think it would be worth that much. It is a solo kill, though, on a core, so, you know, those have a tendency of being very valuable. Timber buying Boots of Travel next. At least he's queuing it up. There's 2 approaches here. One is you get the Crimson Guard against the Naga, and then you try to group up as a team, get Roshan, push towers, but your only real objective taker is Beastmaster, so maybe it's not enough. The other one is finding a solution to the split push.
Full fight coming in, that Observer Ward from Keen. They know exactly where the Silencer is. They just want to delete him before Global Silence can have any level of effect. The rest of Mineski, however, they were never in a position to fight.
Pick up your mana boots. Okay.
He even walks away from it at that point.
Could you imagine that?
Just, oh, come on.
That's a Kyle move.
Never go full swindle.
Yep. It's a bit different. He didn't forget it. It kind of just got stolen.
Yeah.
That's something else.
That was, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It happens. Stuff like that happens all the time. All the time to Kyle.
I feel like maybe he's the unluckiest player in
think
Dota
so?
sometimes.
It's me. I'm always unlucky.
Yeah, you're always the sacrifice. Like Pilot, I made a career out of it.
You made a career out of being unlucky. Well, there you go. And Beastmaster's only level 9 minute 18. I thought Kate's game much better this time than the last one, but at this point, it's kind of looking similar, honestly.
They are looking to go on.
What did they global for?
I am uncertain. I think it was for bottom lane because they were looking towards the Tiny, but Tiny would just TP away to safety. And it definitely wasn't for top either. That means Global's down for a decent amount of time, and Odd 11 just was instantly to run up high ground against the mid.
That's a big cooldown committed. That's going to cost them top tower unless they bring in the big boy.
Timber there to defend. That'll be everywhere too, because he just used the TP scroll as well as the BTs.
He has travels ready.
Yeah, so he uses his TP scroll to go towards the top lane, then just BT around, not having the shared cooldown time.
His mana is pretty weak right now, though.
Oh, Curse is out. Nico trying to go after Yi. That's not going to work well. Not while Odd 11 sitting behind him, ready to shield up.
Nobody dies, and Naga's farming.
Like,
honestly, when you look at it,
can we not make that the story of this game?
No, but it's honestly
back to TI3.
It is a pretty clear thing you see, though. Like, that is the strategy here. If they get kills, it's like a bonus. Nice little pick off there on Ninja Boogie, but they just keep poking and prodding and being annoying, and if they can get kills, it's great, but as long as they are dictating the tempo of the game and they're forcing Mineski around so they don't make their own moves, they're playing on Naga's terms. Naga suddenly has Manta Diffusal minute 19. That's really good. His farm is great.
And smoke time.
And now the team fight's not even to be a possibility soon.
They see so much, they know where Ragey Potato is, but they really want to get more than Ragey Potato. All right, KP, he'll do. Walk straight through the middle of Keen, and the roll will come out. Rubik had nothing else to give. I mean, he couldn't steal it. Like,
he got roared.
Yeah, he got roared. That's the reason why.
Oh, Timberbot walked away from the rune, got scared for a second there, and ends up losing that too. So 4 runes for Keen.
And that's why Mineski's still looking for the fight. Over towards Yi. Is there a Chimper Chain forward? Hits the 2 hits on the Whirling Death with the Avalanche. 4 heroes caught, and Song of the Siren. Everybody have nap time. They reset underneath the shrine with 5 heroes together.
Keen's playing good Dota right now. This is a really well-played strategic last 5 to 10 minutes. They're outplaying Mineski pretty clearly, and they're taking advantage of the Timbersaw. Not, they haven't been able to group up and get Timbersaw a true team fight because they're constantly getting pickoffs on supports or being annoying with split push from Naga, or this Tiny plus Naga combo is working really well for them because he has been making 11 kills this game. Every time he gets a pickoff, Mineski feel like they can't dictate what happens next. And really, if you're playing Timbersaw and you're being pulled around, you're not playing the hero the way he wants to be played. He wants to be a fat frontliner, come fight me, let's go somewhere. And they're just like, no, let's go here. And then they got to go there. So,
well, he's going to get into the bottom lane, take out that tier 2 tower, try and force Old Chicken away.
Oh, he's going to lose all his mana.
Oh, yeah. Just watch it drain dry. Even support arriving from Dark. But they're trying to protect this tier 2 tower. Don't let him drop easily.
Finally an opening for Mineski. This took so long. To finally get to go here with a siege creep and get this tower.
Odd 11 just walks in. I don't know if this tower may even be theirs. Disruption comes in. The tower gets hit by Ragey Potato. The Crystal Maiden's damage is enough to get that one.
Ah, yes, the classic CM Blink Tower.
Yes.
That's my favorite. Oh, but it's not going to be free for them. It looks like they might almost lose top tower.
Moon's there to defend. Rubik isn't by, but again, Rubik kind of likes this. He's got steering chains for the moment. So he could potentially get like a double control against Moon.
I think he wants Chakra.
I think he wants to be tossed in to get the easy chain and then steal the Chakra. So Kaka, oh, there's your first avalanche. Oh boy, you had no stacks up on Moon and Z dies so quickly.
There we go. Now they're at a point where they can blow him up. 4-point Soul Catcher, full-on Tiny combo with the Echo Saber when he doesn't have too many armor stacks. Rubik had Searing Chains, and then he stole the Whirling Death, which does a lot of damage too. So, nice kill.
Now Blink Dagger. Yeah, nice. Nico's still having a fantastic game. Like he's 6-0-2 over on the Ember Spirit. Very close to the same over on Yi with the 6-1-6.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it's all great Rubiks do. They're up there in the kill count. 5-4-4. A lot of deaths, but a lot of snipes, and he's going in for an Agate himself to build up too. Not even going for like, well, he's got the blink ether lens, so that's enough. Then
that is absolutely enough. There's some good axe deals here. The chakram, he gets 2 chakrams, right? That's not bugged anymore, I think.
I'm
not sure. The maiden ulti can be pretty cool.
I remember that was bugged, right? Because the chakrams were counted as individual abilities, so he could steal either the blue or the red. He could never steal both.
It might actually still work the same way. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Beastmaster Roar is a cool steal. There's plenty of cool steals, honestly.
Just get Freezing Field with the Aghanims upgrade.
Oh wait, Axe doesn't work on Beast anymore. I'm being stupid. It's the Whirling Axes, right? It's Axe now. It got changed. You don't really think about it because you never really see that Axe purchased by Beastmasters. It's not that good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alt 11, Moon. Hoping to chase him down. Tipper checking forward. Someone got a stun of Valvel or enough damage. The slight of Fizz change from Nico, just a little too late. Would have been still a difficult kill to claim, but it would have been possible.
I guess still stealing wild axes can be cool for Invoker, or for Invoker, for Rubik.
Yeah, it'd be nice for clearance, but there's still only like low points. Like it's level 2 now for KP and axes.
Yeah, but if you get these level 4 axes and the damage starts amplifying, and then you have your other spell, yeah, I mean it could be interesting.
It's just a never-ending cooldown. Like that's the coolest thing on it. Moon, Lotus Orb now up and running on the Timbersaw, making it even more difficult to lock down.
The current spell Kaka has right now should not be underestimated, by the way. It deals so much damage to Timbersaw. He's actually stolen Timbersaw's, bread and butter spell, together with reactive armor, clearly.
Yeah.
And that was the difference maker in the kill they made top. They chained him,
they can get him.
The finishing move.
There's no mana. He doesn't have Soaring of Babel. He's already going the block shot. So Avalanche toss, and look at him just go through Moon.
Just kidding.
He's got the Lotus off.
He didn't die. Yeah, so basically what he did there was he removed the Whirling Death and the Soul Catcher.
Yep.
And that kept him alive. So good item choice. It's a necessity in this game to get Lotus. I thought they were going to blow him up before he did anything, actually. I think if they would have been a little more patient and gone in together with all their spells, he could have died before he even got Lotus off.
I love watching this kind of combinations. It makes me really feel like I want to see a Tinker game start to appear with Beastmaster, using the Hawk and seeing Cause buying these BTs.
Something makes you want to see a Tinker game.
Yeah.
You like techies? I'm not surprised, really, actually, when you think about it.
Hey, I built Goblin Mech in Under the Lords. What's you going to do?
That's nothing wrong with that.
Actually, there is. It doesn't really work that well unless you get 2 explosives. It's not that great.
I have like this little box, mental box. People that like Tinker and techies kind of go in this box that I call bad people. So,
hi.
There you go. Now you know why people don't like your jokes. It's because you like Tinker and techies. There you go.
You know, I just feel like you're being very impressive. I don't enjoy this, Cinderin.
That's okay.
And you have to be more open-minded.
I don't enjoy Tinker and techies.
You need to be more open-minded to different ways to play Dota.
Oh, I can appreciate a good Tinker game. I can appreciate a good techies game, but it doesn't mean I have to like them, right? Everybody has their tastes.
I'm okay with that one. Yeah. Yeah,
I can appreciate that people like other things.
I can appreciate diversity. That's fine.
Except with techies.
Kark is just solo pushing that. I mean, just the bottom lane. He's just trying to get his money. He's just stealing. He stole Curse. He's got Fate
really
Bolt. He
rich.
just burns through the creepways. That Agate himself just coming at a really good timing.
It is.
And that's why they send the Hawk over. Good information. See Karka in the trees. Ninja Boogie starts with the Curse. Here's BT's the Timbersaw. Running forward. He's going to clear the trio line to get close towards the Rubik. And then he just explodes Ninja Boogie. The Roar comes out. Can he get a Curse off or anything? No, he cannot. Rubik will still end up dying.
Oh, he didn't get the chains off. He didn't have them ready, I think.
Hey, Strewn Yi.
He's actually going to get out of that. If there's chains ready from Nico, that's a kill. Oh, he tried to get out with Timber. Didn't make it.
He's actually looking towards the mid lane. And now Yi comes back in once more. Chakra making it difficult for Keem to get front. But remember, Naga is not involved in this. Ulchigan's taking the mid tower in the meantime. And Keem will back up and try him when they're ready to go. And in fact, Naga, Ulchigan's rotating over.
Oh, we were fighting?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like Eternal Envy in the middle of team fight. I'm just going to go farm this creep wave. Never forget the great moments of Dota.
Oh, so this smoke... They don't roar.
They're going to find Yi. Run through the back. He's going to wait out the avalanche. Tries to throw around and gets a bit of a clip with a toss back. But disruption from Dart will buy a little bit of extra time. Kaka with the Fable is going to bounce through every single one with a Song of the Siren. Yi can just TP out. Odd Chicken's going to join him as well. And Mineski left wanting.
I just realized he's gold tier Naga. Imagine playing Naga that much in pubs. What it does to your health. His name's Ultra.
He's had a lot of games to play in, right? So that's fine. Mineski going to go in for Roshan while Song of the Siren is down. Difficult to do, as Naga Illusions will always scout out what you're up to. And already, even with a double damage rune, Mineski know they have to back out.
Yeah. At least it can't get stolen right now by a Song steal, but yeah, it's just...
Old 11's got his next item, so Lotus Orb has arrived for the Abaddon.
There's some really good things to Lotus here. Global Silence is the obvious one. There's Primal Roar. You can purge off Searing Chains. You can purge off Frostbite. Really, really nice item here. Yeah.
I also want to wait and see Tani's the volley. Building into an Aghanim Scepter, only 200 gold away from completing it. How many trees can you stand near when there's also a Timber on the field? There it is. Aghanim Scepter flying out.
Yeah, has it now?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, I thought it was the Rubik. I was like,
no, not the Rubik, the tiny, the volley.
Yeah, the volley's done.
Yeah, Rubik takes a little longer than that. Like,
but yeah, the volley. How does that actually interact with Global Silence? It should just stop the volley at the point he's at, right?
It's channeled. It's channeled, so yeah, it will stop it.
Yeah, it should just be. Okay. Not that you're generally going to be globaling for that, but it's good to know.
Yeah, you just send a Chakram towards the trees that he's standing next to. That's the fastest way to do it.
Wild Axes.
Chain and close. Yeah, Wild Axes. Yeah, anything to just remove the trees.
It's just the tree volley is pretty fast. It's almost impossible to actually manage before. It takes him 2 seconds only.
All right, we're gonna
all the trees.
All right, he doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet, but Chakram level 3 stolen by Kaka. God, pushing is just so hard for Mineski. I don't know how they go high ground, even if this game goes late. Like we're 30 minutes in, and just pushing into Keen game feels impossible. They got so much wave clear, and a lot of wave clear which doesn't require any risk.
I think that the most beautiful thing about Keen's gameplay this game is how little Timber has managed to accomplish when it was the last pick.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the waves.
Click somewhere else.
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
So, with Timbersaw missing his first strong timing, this hero is awkward at this stage of the game because it doesn't, like, even if you buy good items, a lot of the times you find yourself in these situations where you're really tanky, you're hard to kill, but it's also hard to hit your spells. The enemy team has mobility items, they can play around not being close to trees, they have heals, they have Dispel, they have saves. It's hard for him to do a lot right now, so what you kind of need to do as the Dire at this point is probably play for a super late game. Like you need a Timber that's 6-slotted, you need an Ember that's 6-slotted, and you might even have to go physical build on Ember, because I think you're going to run into trouble.
This is Keen. They won't let you play late game. Moon getting caught out a little bit. He's going to trigger that Bloodstone being picked up, thrown back down again. The chain stuns just continue forever. He's dead. He spent his money on the Bloodstone, so no buyback for 70 seconds. Is that actually just the game? If you don't have the Timbersaw, you don't have your D-push, and Yi's already feeling it. It's like trying to force a buyback. Ninja Boogie's out too far. The side of Mystery Case is good, so Nico potentially clean up the backline. Both support's going down. Buyback comes in from Sansa. He's already burned his Global Silence. Maybe he can give a little bit more. The Naga Siren. Everybody just go to sleep for a second. Quick range curse. Doesn't hit anything. Odd 11 will complete his TP out as Dark actually dying on bottom. Wow.
Ember had him. Ember had the Abaddon there, but he messed up. He chained and then he slided after. Thought he was a bit more stressed with... Because I think that was a long TP from Abaddon to the bottom tower to try to connect and help the Shadow Demon. And in the end, that's not that bad for Mineski. 1-for-1 buybacks. They get a couple of good kills on the Emperor.
And it's huge damage on the tier 3 tower on bottom. Like when you've got the Hawk that can sit in the tree lines, you can just BT yourself down. Like it's a lot of work, and KP, he's playing with his own balls, just hiding inside a little nook, a cul-de-sac.
Next item comes out for Naga. That's the Butterfly.
God, Ember's actually going to, in 100 gold, he's got a full axe.
Yeah, that's why that fight was so big. He got a lot of gold out of this. He got 600 from kills, and then he got some more creep waves afterwards, and suddenly it's ready. Axe is up. He doesn't save for buyback. Kind of like it in the situation, honestly. He's relatively safe in this game on Ember. Play aggressive.
You still got so much, like, King could just come back again. Like, the Naga didn't burn the Aegis immortal. She's still got Butterfly, Heart, Diffusal, Manta. She's still so strong. And KP, I think he needs to get the hell out of here. He's trying to up through the tree lines, the blink. He goes right over the top of Kaka. The TP did end up getting cancelled. KP's on the edge, but now the pickup comes in from Kaka. Throw him back over. I'll end up just killing him off. Hey, you want to steal an ability? No, he's just waiting for the right one. But he ends up stealing axes. No Aghanims upgrade on him just yet.
Can they get anything out of this except the Beastmaster kill? They're going to smoke, try to look for more. They do see this Timber Saw on the river ward that they had, so they're going to try to run him down and get this burst kill. Every kill on Timber right now is really, really good. It's massively impactful.
Just slow down that BKB he wants.
Silencer.
And they're close. And Kaka. Blink forward, grab him. You know, throw an axe. I like how they also use Ragey Potato as bait up on top lane. Like, he's having a lot better game than the last one. Blink and 4-star. And he's working his way towards the BKB at a very fast rate. That 150 gold per minute. Really paying off. But the mid tower is under attack from Keen Gaming. Moon, he's on the front lines to try and defend it. Diffusal Blade makes it difficult to move. He still rip through the Aphotic Shield that's there from Old 11, but they need a little bit more. Ensnare out. Not a lot of trees to work with. Timber Chain well off target. Lotus Orb. They're just telekinesis each other around as the pickup throw down Moon. He can't die here. The chain doesn't connect again. All the trees are gone. Moon is dead for 80 seconds. The roar from KP comes way too late. They'll song up quickly. They're looking towards the back lines. That's why Rubik, has he got enough life? Nico, he BKB'd up the Slider Fist. He'll go through everybody. A quick little Spirit away. He's got the Aghanim Scepter up from Kaka. He'll want to go for a little bit more. Just remnant around.
Wave is coming. That's a lane rack. Sure, they can't defend this anymore. Ember used BKB. Ember used 2 remnants, or actually 3 remnants. He's got another one ready, though.
I think right now, Kaka does more damage. He's got his Aghanim's remnants ready to go.
That's scary.
Yeah, they just need one hero to be locked in. Nico comes close. Snare Flame got up just yet, so Kaka picks him up, throws it back down in towards the Avalanche. A quick snare, keeping Ember Spirit rooted. Here comes the mass. Ninja Boogie! He got ripped on the backside. The clubbing from Katani will do the work as Ragey Potato. It's a good BKB letting it go ulti, but it's still not enough. Yi will find himself a triple kill. The Slider Fist damage. Ember Spirit Nico's doing as much as he can. The KP's gone. The rest of his team is pushing up the daisies. KP can buy back to probably no avail. They're going to end this right now, Keen. Into the tier 4 towers. They were not letting this game go late. They just want to end it. Ember's actually TPing out underneath the Radiant Ops. I think he's hoping to get the kill on Dark. He's jumping over and he does manage to catch him in the back lines. Beastmaster will now fight back. The last hurrah from Mineski. The defense, they focus over on Knee, but Naga is killing off the Dire Agent. They cannot stop it. GG. Keen will 2-0 Mineski, who you thought they're off to a good start. They 2-0 TNC.
Yep.
And Keen Gaming, you hadn't received a victory so far today, is now